All right, everybody, welcome back to PSGL as we are here live from Monza for F4 action. I am joined in a booth by one of my former rivals from F6, JP. How are you doing tonight, JP?
Yeah, I'm good, Matt. Dusted off the old JPTV microphone and looking forward to this race we have on tonight.
It should be quite exciting. Something crazy always happens here in F4. Let me pull up the standings here. I know the standings are really tight.
The tempo of speed, and I believe, unless someone tells me I'm wrong, but I believe it's the fastest track on the calendar, not in terms of lap time, but in terms of how much we're on, how much percentage you're on full throttle for that entire lap. So I think that's why we've got the tempo speed. It's been called tempo speed for years now, but I believe that is right. It's how much the drivers are on full throttle for the entire lap. I believe it's the fastest track on the calendar. And I have to say, I haven't been part of PSGL for a while now, but I've watched some of the races, and it amazes me to see the likes of Flying Frame and AMS in this division. Flying Frame, F3 champion, moved up to F2. Thought it was going to be an F1 at one stage, but never quite made it that far. At AMS, he spent a long time in the Formula One. Formula One F1 tier. He's also down in this division, so quite fun to see the drivers who have such a historical, how can I say, historical significance in PSGL, languishing in the depths of F4, although it has been entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, they From and the AMS have been complaining about the lack of pace they've had the last few seasons. So hopefully, when the new game comes out, they could find what they're missing and get back to the glory days of F1 and F2 respectively. And also, we have Oogie down here in F4 as well now, as he's come back.
Wow, blast from the past, good old Ugi. Well, I hope he doesn't do one of his. Well, yeah, you appreciate this reference, Matt. His bowling ball on turn one manoeuvres. He has been known to make some desperate lunges in turn one on some of his tracks over the years, but hopefully he's having a bit more of his racecraft now.
Yeah, he has been part of some incidents in the past, but hopefully he's shaken off the rust and he will march toward the front tonight. Now, with us being in the booth together, I think from what I've seen at PSL, we've been part of two of the most hilarious moments in commentating history in PSGL. You with Frizzo, and then me a couple seasons ago here at Monza, where F4 decided to pile up 10 cars on the safety car restart.
Yeah, I do remember watching that race. It was quite hilarious, but even as recently as the F6 race, which you were involved in on Thursday night, that is one of the most craziest races I've ever seen in PSGO. And yeah, I mean, that race was obviously rain affected, so if we have something similar tonight, it could be just as entertaining.
Yep. Anytime you throw rain into one of these races, all hell breaks loose.
It certainly does, yeah.
I was actually shocked when I saw all them guys pit for the softs on Thursday.
Yeah, that was a bit premature, to say. Yeah, it didn't quite work out for them, but you never know what's going to happen in these one of these races. Sometimes you got to gamble, and sometimes it pay off, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. In theory, it was the right idea. It's just we don't go fast enough under the safety car to dry out the track. So they they did the right thing at the wrong time.
Yeah, I think if the race had been 1 or 2 laps longer, then obviously they would have come to them, but it didn't it didn't plan out that way.
Yeah, yeah. I think it said DRS enabled halfway through the final lap. So if there was a couple more laps, they would have definitely been faster than us on the inters. So they're waiting for one driver, I believe, because he's in the championship contention, according to what the chat's saying in Discord. Okay, I get it, game. You're contacting the internet servers. I don't care. Okay. Um, who do you think would be your favorite to win tonight at Monza?
Um, I don't know too much about the drivers from good. It's hard to see past Flying Frame, to be honest. He's got the experience, knowledge of being in league racing for a number of seasons now. I noticed that Three Gloves is pretty quick on his day, as is Cam K-Mum. But the total Norway, I'll start that again. The total Norway racing drivers that I know they're pretty handy as well. So it'd be interesting, but I'm going to go with Flying Throne, especially if it is a rain affected race.
That is a good call. I think. Hmm, I'm going to first tonight and pick Josh. Last time we were here, he was up pretty close, and then there was a safety car, and he hit the wall under the safety car trying to warm up his tires because it's Josh.
Yeah, well, yeah, anything can happen, and as we always say in Formula One, it usually does.
Oh, jeez. Hopefully we get this started up soon, because I am ready for bed. I think the last time you and I were in a race together at Monza, was that the race where you and I started like 18th and 19th, and everyone decided to park it in the gravel in turn one?
I believe, yeah, I believe so. It's been a while now, to be honest, but I believe that might have been the case. Yeah, yeah, several years, several seasons ago. I think it was
2018 game, yeah.
2018. Yeah.
Oh, looks like we're going. 16 drivers. As we stare at the infamous turn one at Monza. Probably one of the most heavy braking zones in the
Yeah,
calendar.
one of the worst turn ones on the calendar. I think. Yeah, anything can happen. Um, undoubtedly we're going to see some contact in the race, and there's going to be people who are just missing because she's going completely. And yeah, I can see people going on the gravel on the outside of turn one there. So yeah, I'll be shocked if it isn't.
Come on, dry. Dry. Please. Are you going to load? Or am I going to stare at this black screen? There we go. Sunny. That's just qualifying now. Who will be the first to make the trip down the pit lane? It looks like Cam is first one out.
Not the greatest of turnouts, but I'm sure it'll be entertaining nonetheless. As you say, Cam, who I don't know too much about him. All I remember really about him is taking out Lordy at Canada in one of the races. That's all really I know about him, to be honest. Um, yeah, so he's going to be the first one to set a lap on this track, and it couldn't be any better conditions. Looks like it's going to be a dry qualifying, not a cloud in the sky, really. So yeah, if I can get the details up, it looks like everyone is on not everyone, majority of the grid is on the super soft tyres, so that does give you an indication what the weather is going to be in the
Oh,
race.
oh Darius said it in the stream chat. It's
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah,
yeah, but that's good. I like dry races because it means I could go to bed earlier for work. But here he comes heading toward Parabolica, and Cam will start qualifying off for F4 tonight. I just noticed it looks like the two Renaults came off out of the pits together, so they might be working together just on their laps.
well, slipstream will be a big factor during the race. So whether the Renault teammates will be working together to try and give each other a slipstream during the qualifying and get themselves a bit further up the grid. So that could play, and we have to see how that transpires during the session.
Yeah, and I also just noticed they just made it through at Scari. The Alphas are teamed up together as well. So good teamwork going on here.
Yeah, so for the teams that have got two drivers on the grid tonight, that will be an advantage. Um,
It's Suarez when he was in F6 with us.
I don't remember much about that season, if I'm going to be honest. So yeah, trying to think who the next one's going to be to cross the line.
It's gonna be Froome. Fourth, 24, almost exactly, or 20.004, should I say?
So 7 tenths off the pole. So you want to improve that, but obviously as the session goes on, you do get track evolution. So you will see some good times towards the end of the session.
That indeed we will. I believe the next car to cross line will be Arbiz, or he likes to be called Ross, in the
Makes
Toro.
sense.
Oh, little white. Oh, and crashing in front of him is Roan, my former teammate. Oh, Roan. Crashed on his in lap. Little wide there for Ross.
Yeah, it goes P6.
1,000th
So
off a P5.
yeah, so you got quite a big gap really between the top three of M5 and Frame. There's about 3 tenths. So yeah.
And Uki goes 9th on the hards. What else we got out here?
Yeah, if we want to watch out for Ugi, he always has some sort of alternate strategy up his sleeve. Again, an experienced racer, spent many seasons in F1 as well, so might not win this race on pace, but might win it in terms of strategy. You never know. And currently languishing in P9. I dare say that this is just a lap that he wants to get a feel for the track. I believe it's his first race back since joining, so he will probably put on the supers towards the end of the session.
Yeah. Well, he raced last week at Spa, but nobody knows about that because we had so many issues last week.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember. Yeah,
I believe he finished 4th last week, if I'm not mistaken, according to the standings. I was gonna say, oh, and Ugi is like a wizard when it comes to tire wear. I,
Tyrell, yeah,
I
yeah.
swear he gets the game early because of where he lives, and I swear it's before they put the tire wear patch in the game when he gets it.
Well, some say that he might not get the game on total legal ways, but yeah, he definitely gets a game earlier than most. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What works for him best is all good. Ewan is in the chat. Hello, Ewan.
Yes, he is. As he'll be returning to racing in a PSGL when the season ends. We will have Formula experience again, and Aaron is on the grid.
That's one of his favourite words. Experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of his favorite
How
words.
fitting.
He loves it so much he makes it last as long as he can when he says it.
Yeah. Very elongated.
Yes, there he asked for.
Yeah.
As I'm on board with Thomas now, as he is on a lap, as he's heading into the chicane now, and that's invalid.
And the Formula Experience League starts on Sunday the 17th of May. So, yeah, that's something to be tuning in for.
All right, perfect. That's exactly the week after the season ends, so there will be no break in PSGL. They'll be
Who
right
needs a
back to the
break?
action. Did you tweet that out, Aaron? So all the league accounts could retweet it. Let's see who else we got here. Josh. Nano Bacon just started his lap, it looks like. And invalid right away. Nice. It's 2 drivers in a row invalid right away when I switched to him.
Yeah, so, I mean, still plenty of time left in the session, but 3 drivers yet to set a lap. But like I said, plenty of time yet, so
Yeah.
yeah, maybe just invalidating their sessions.
Here comes AMS. Is he going to reclaim his pole position? Yes, he does.
He does, yeah. On 1:19.2, beats it by just over a tenth.
Hey, Callum, it's called Formula Experience, not Formula Teenager. And Suarez is invalid. Jesus. Alright, Sandre just started the lap. As he eats both curbs in turn 1.
Yeah, so he's got a bit of traffic in front of him. His teammate's not really having out any slipstream. He might give him some a bit of a tow towards the Parabolica, maybe Arascari. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as he comes through the second Nesmo. I think that's the second Nesmo. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and they're coming underneath the bridge. I think that's a Renault in front of him, I believe.
Yeah, that's from.
So it depends. A little bit too far in front, I think. So I don't think Zex is going to get the full benefit of a slipstream here.
Yeah, I think Frome's
Might
on a
get a
lap
little
as
bit.
well. That's why.
Yeah. So maybe they tried to do it, but it didn't work out for him. But yeah, nonetheless. So what's he going to do?
Pit.
He's going to put it in the pit. Yeah. So not really worth staying on that lap.
And Frome, meanwhile, went P4 with a 19.5. So, yeah, he just improved a little bit. What else we got going here? Arbiz looks like he's gonna start a lap, maybe? Maybe he's pitting. He's pitting.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the midway point of the session where people were not really going for it. They're pretty much going to do their great laps, or their best laps towards like the last minute or two in the session.
Exactly.
I mean, AMS has just made a good point in the chat here. He's saying even if he did get pole, the chances of being at and still in the lead at turn 1 is reduced, given how long it is between between the starting grid, the starting line and turn one. It's quite a long run down to turn one, so yeah, obviously a lot of people could get slipstream before we even get to the first corner. But like I said, we'll see that play. AMS has a song in his FP race on Tuesday, quite a determined defender, so he might actually get that keep his position, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Oh, and Ugi has pinned out of the parabolic, almost cutting out from Romeo, but he's got some heavy wing damage there, so I mean, oh my god, almost, yeah. He's gonna have to come back into the pits. If you're gonna bin it anywhere, that's probably the best position to bin it. So it's not a very short run to the pit lane there, but not what
Thomas,
he wanted to do. He was on the medians as well, which is interesting.
yeah.
Don't know why he was doing that, but there you go.
Oh, he's got time to come back in for one soft run.
Yeah.
And Three Gloves also went P4 on his lap with a 19.4.
Oh yeah, so I see. So the only person on track at the minute is Suarez in the Alva, currently in third. Just over 10th off the pole position in a minute, so that can easily be a callback.
Oh, for sure. Now, will AMS time it perfectly like he did in FP where he was legit started his final lap at 1 second left? That was a crazy qualifying session too as well on Tuesday. It started off wet and then dried out. So the last person across the line was going to get pole. Right, Suarez got the power up on the battery as he comes through Parabolica now. Long journey down into turn one. And it looks like his teammate just came out of the pits right in front of him too.
Yeah, that could be on purpose. We have to see how that pans out. I can't see where his teammate is on track. But how do you? Oh yeah, the track map. There
Yeah,
you go. That help.
yeah. That's probably the best thing
Yeah,
they've done for spectators.
yeah. It doesn't look like his teammates waiting up for him. So,
Oh, don't matter now.
oh, yeah,
Keep it
yeah.
out of the wall or not.
And trouble is now, I think it's not a lot of time left to get into the pit lane
Nope.
and put a new wing on and get back out again. The animations on this game for getting in and out of the pits is ridiculously slow during qualifying. So yeah, it's a shame you can't do an actual pit stop during qualifying. Otherwise, that'd be better. But yeah, his qualifying is over, I think, at this stage. But he's in P3, so he's okay at the minute. It depends how much improvement it is going to be during the rest of the session.
And Swerves has had some good results this season, starting from outside the top 10 anyway, so it might not be a bad thing for him.
Well, let's say the track provides plenty of slipstream for people, so yeah, pole position is not the be all and end all on this particular circuit.
For sure. It's almost like you'd rather be in second place on the last lap here.
Yeah, I mean track position is still key in any race, but yeah, I do know what you're saying. Yeah.
Cam's on a pretty solid lap here. Currently in P6 with a 19.6. Let's see how much he improves by. One of the three F4 admins.
Was there 3 admins?
Because Fromp stepped down, kinda, but still mentoring them.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's Suarez, Cam, and From are the admins.
And Cam goes in third place.
With a lot of threes in his time. 119.333. Guess he's half a demon. Here comes AMS to the line. Can he improve his pole time? Yes, he does. 19-1.
by a tenth. Yeah.
Jack has retired.
Well, he's obviously pinned it somewhere. He's in P9 at a minute.
He'd been to the scurry, it looks like. Pink dot stopped on tractor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen, yeah.
Is that Oogie coming to the line? No. That's Langfell on the outlap.
Well, Ugi is on a lap, I believe. He's in 14th place at the minute, so he's coming down to the second DRS straight. Coming to Ascari now. Ross is retired in P10. Died in the pit lane by the looks of it.
Yep, that's one of my patented moves.
Oh, because why is this going to be invalidated? I'm not sure.
No.
There it goes, P7.
The track map actually turns red when they invalidate.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah. Framey's not improving, he's gone to the pits, so who's left to do a lap? What about TNR Thomas?
TNR Thomas, he's...
Zex is retired, he's going to be starting at the back of the grid.
From retired. Thomas stays 14th.
Yeah.
Langfell's coming up toward Parabolica.
Yeah, so he's the last person who's going to be set a time.
And that's not going to count.
Oh, that's going to be...
Well, it wasn't a valid, but he's calling it. So AMS with 2 pole positions in 1 week.
I was going to quickly nip to Illuminate.
Yep. Alright. F4 qualifying sees AMS on pole with a 19.1. TB in second. Cam in third. Suarez in fourth. Three Gloves in fifth. Froome in sixth. Oogie in seventh. Langfell in eighth. Josh in ninth. Rounding out the top 10 is Roan. And starting on fresh tires, we have the other Cam, Jack, Ross, Thomas, Nano Bacon, and Sundry, who's taken my strategy apparently by not setting a time in qualifying. Oh, you spelled it wrong, AMS. I was going to do an Italian intro tonight, but I had JP with me. So. And just like they said in the chat, a dry race.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Just in time, 15 seconds until formation line. As they make their last minute fuel adjustments and tire selections. Can I get my... There we go. We have Jack starting on the softs outside the top 10, everybody else on the mediums. Let me pull up those F4 standings again really quick. So TB...
Well, I mean...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say the guys at the back there on the medium tyre, but that's not really that bad of a strategy. As long as they can keep their wings intact down to turns 1 and 2, I don't really mind that. I do think the medium soft is a better strategy as opposed to a soft and medium. So yeah, but obviously people qualify on the softs to get a trap position, which is obviously important. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see someone out of back making some good progress throughout the race.
Yeah, I could see Nano Bacon being the one on the mediums that will march furthest up the field. Because I know Zexer does not like this track, so
Yeah, there's a lot of hazards on this track, especially going through the two Lesmos. If you get your wheels on one of those curves, you're guaranteed to do a 180. And there's barriers on the inside there as well, so there's potential for some wind damage there. But and obviously, as we've already discussed at the top of the program, turn one is going to be lethal for these guys. It's not raining, so we're not, and it doesn't look like it will be raining at any point during this race. So it looks like it's going to be, in terms of the weather, it's going to be plain sailing. But yeah, I think we're going to be seeing some shards of carbon fibre fly up in the air when it gets down to turn one.
and the way F4's been this season, that's not a bad prediction. What was I gonna say? TB is the highest qualifying person of the championship contenders, qualifying second. So he'll want to get by AMS and get that clean air to drive toward the points lead. And 2, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. What a crappiest camera angle I've ever seen. TB looks like he's already
So it
got by
looks
AMS. AMS was right about being third after turn one. Oh, and he's getting bumped from Suarez. But it looks pretty clean for the most part through there. Oogie's down to 15th though.
Yeah, so it's been a pretty clean start to the race. I'm a bit surprised about that. AMS has had a terrible start. He's already a second behind Cam in third place. So I don't know what's happened really. He just didn't get the right line. It just misjudged someone's brake, and I didn't quite see what happened. Why he's got dropped so far back. It's catched up a little bit back now, but yeah, really poor start there from AMS.
Well, he had to hesitate a little bit because Suarez had a tire like alongside him, and they touched a little bit, so he's just being safe to start, I guess.
Yeah. We can't be too critical of him because the last guys who commentated on him were a bit critical of him, didn't fare too well. So yeah, let's hold back for a bit. But he's still in third place, so yeah, he's doing okay. But under pressure now from Free Gloves, and well, we're all going under pressure. Can New Zealand can do anything about TB? No, he cannot. It's too far back.
We got Josh taking a peek at Langfell on the exit of turn 2, I guess that would be. Yeah, turn 2. But Langfell holds him off, and Josh falls back into line.
Yeah, the Colour Grande is not really the ideal overtaking spot. It's, yeah, can't really get the right line there, to be honest. But I suppose he's got to try.
Yeah.
But he's coming down to a second Lesman now.
A little
Oh, he's gone
wide.
very deep. Yeah, very deep. Yeah. He's going to be under pressure from the race point behind him. I think he's going to lose a position here.
Yep, Jack has the inside.
Oh,
Oh, Josh
ooh,
defends it
no,
well.
Josh. Yeah, good defending there by the McLaren driver. I think Rowan might make up a position here. No, not quite.
Got a nice train there from 7th to 10th, it looks like. That's a little wide.
Yeah,
Jack looking at Josh again on the outside for turn 1. Froome looks like he's going to follow Jack. Oh, no, now he's going to follow. No, he's still following Jack.
oh, Oh, Jack's gone a little bit deep. Could it be contact? No. Yeah. You could try and go on the outside of turn one and get the inside for the next corner, but Jack couldn't make it stick there, and Frome has dropped back a little bit, and he's under pressure from the Alfa Romeo road here, but he's on the outside. This is where Hamilton and Leclerc had that collision last season. But yeah, Frome keeps his position. So I think the first few laps is figuring out where people are going to brake to and where the best overtaking maneuvers are going to come from. But it's been pretty steady. AMS has caught right back up to the top two now. So after his first couple of laps, he's started to find his rhythm again.
Yep. Now that he's got the space, he's hitting his marks again. So it's good to see. Oh, yellow sector 3, and it looks like a Toro. Yeah, Arbiz.
Yeah, not sure what's happened to him. He looks fairly good at the moment, but yeah, there's obviously something there. As Suarez does the fastest lap of the race, we're 1:23.1. I'm not sure what the actual strategy is on this race. I know obviously it's a one-stop strategy, but that's my race there. I retired before I even got to make my pit stop, so I don't really know what the strategy is. But yeah, I'm guessing they're going to be pitting laps sort of 10, 11 maybe. I don't know.
You're correct.
Who knows?
Yep. They want you to do 10 or 11 on the softs and 16 or 17 on the mediums here on the race director thingy, or what you want to call it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jack is falling. Oh my god, big collision. That's got to be a safety car.
Yeah, see a lot of debris on the track. I didn't see he collided with. There was a collision with somebody. He's got a fucking penalty, as well as the. Looks like it's Karen Kamen, just a couple of seconds at the road with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, not good for those two. Looks like he's going to have to come into the pit lane. I can see half a wing there. Looks like a. I
don't know what happened to Thomas there.
No. He's lost his position now, so he's obviously had a moment at Ascari.
But back to the front, the top 4 can be covered by a blanket.
Oh, the Ferrari's gone to the gravel and the parabolica, so amazingly, Jack has stayed out. Cam K is coming to the pits, so I'm quite surprised about that. It looked like a lot of damage there, but his teammate is still in P1. Over a second now from Cam, so he's broken that DRS detection point, which is all important. But I've said that he's lost a couple of tenths there, and AMS still keeping an eye out what could happen in between those two, taking any advantage of what might happen in terms of battling. But Three Gloves has caught back up, so the top 5 have kind of broken away, if I'm going to be honest. From Lang.
Owned by Cam.
It looked like I had a half a wing missing, but it might just be me.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is missing the right side.
Who knows? The third is starting to spread out a little bit, but the top 5 are really bad at Three Gloves. Three Gloves has gone into third place. Can he contain it? Yeah, he had the racing line going out of turn 1 there. AMS going back into 4th place now, and Josh has got past Flying Frome, or has he? Or side by side through the Cover Grande, and Frome maintains the position, I believe. Maybe Josh is going to send it down on the outside. Good defended there by Flying Frome.
AMS gets 3rd position back. Oh, and Suarez tries to throw it up the inside of Three Gloves. They make contact, and Suarez spins.
Oh yeah, luckily he was ghosting, otherwise that could have been a massive pile up. He's dropped down to P9 now. So, yeah, but obviously promotes a few drivers. So the 5 car battle has gone down to 4 now. I think there's a time penalty here for TB. I think you're going to see a few of those pop up during the race. So penalties will play a part in the Alchemist race. There's a yellow flag I think it's
Safety car.
safety car.
So we get a big pile up and nothing, and then one car spins at a SCAR and a safety car comes out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's for really, but they all come into the pit lane, so I think they're going to put on the hard tyres at this stage. I was kind of staying out. I would have pitted, if I'm going to be honest. Media.
The mediums will go 20 laps. They'll just be like dodgy at the end.
Yeah, well, okay, because let's see what happens. I would have pitted. I'm not sure why the top three stayed out, if I'm going to be honest, but
Oh, one guy went to the hards. Two.
yeah, I don't know. I think that could be a better strategy, if I'm going to be honest, but we'll see what happens. It all works out.
I know on Tuesday in FP I was able to do. I did 18 laps on the mediums, and they were only like 47%. So you should be able to get 20.
Because I'm wrong, but I believe it's the fastest.
Frome, Josh, and Rowan are the new top three after all the pits cycled through.
Yeah, so I don't know what their thinking is, if I'm going to be honest. When they pit, I mean, they're just kind of really just fire another. Well, the safety car will obviously help. Maybe going down to go to like 12, 13, something like that.
Yeah.
But and obviously when they do pit for mediums, they will be better towards the end of the race. I think I still would have pitted there, if I'm going to be honest, but we'll see how it pans out.
Actually,
It'd probably be another safety car before the end of the race finishes.
exactly. That's what I was going to say. I think the top three are anticipating another safety car because the safety cars have been flying in that for every week. At least 2 or 3 every race. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gamble, but Josh is pitting. Not sure why he's pitting now. Why didn't he pit a lap earlier? I don't know, but there you go.
That's the way the Billy strategy, pit on the second lap instead of first.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. So Flying Frame and Rowan have stayed out, so they're going to try and gamble on another safety car, maybe.
Josh pits for the mediums, Sundry pits for the hards as he goes back down to last.
Yeah, I think the tyre wear around this track is quite high, so I don't know if there's. Yeah, I'm not sure, if I'm going to be honest. I'm not really experienced enough to know what the right tyre to be on at this stage is. I would have picked for hards, but like I said, I'm not really an upfront runner on any grid, to be honest. So I don't know, but we'll see what happens. See how it all plays out. If you see Ugi in P9, he's probably in the best position in it because of his tire, of how he manages his tires.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we know he will make it to the end.
Yeah.
Oh, and Thomas runs into the back of Ugi and gets a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, I must admit, it is easily done on this on the safety car. It looks really easy when you see it on TV that drivers just stay behind each other on the safety car, but when you do it in an actual race, it is a lot harder than it looks because you don't know when people are going to brake. Obviously, people are weaving around the track as well. It is hard to judge and can easily break a wing.
Frome's gone already. Or it looked like he went.
Yeah, safety car is staying out. I know it's not. I didn't see the safety car in the lap, but Flying Frame, yeah, he's gone for it. That's always something else as well. But you think the safety car's gone, but it hasn't. So you got to slow down again. But he maintains first place, so everyone's back up now to square one. So there's going to be back the slipstream fest again. Come Rowan doing anything about Flying Frame. Oh, I've got someone's left the session, but he's in the pits, so. Oh, Rowan's going a little bit wide.
Oh, Nano loses the back end, and Three Gloves runs into the back of him, but gets by him. That gravel is dangerous.
As a frame, it's built up quite a significant gap now. There's 7 tenths up front now, and obviously there's no DRS now for the next 2 laps, so it might stretch out a bit. Or we're saying that Rowan is getting in the slipstream.
He's got to take advantage of it. Can TB make a move on Rowan here? He's got a bit of a run, but doesn't look like enough. Nope, he backs down.
Yeah, he's net leader at this stage of the race, so doesn't want to risk any wind damage. I mean, I don't think so. You just got to bide his time and wait for the. I was saying that he's going to go on the outside of the road, but no, backs out of it again. Yeah, just needs to bide his time and wait for these two guys to pit at a minute. He should be coming in the next few laps.
Yeah, for sure. And doesn't hurt to like pull up alongside them too, because let them know you're there, and they can make a mistake trying to stay in front.
Well, if you can get past them, obviously that's a bonus. But you don't want to be making any over the top overtaking manoeuvres. Yeah, try and do more obvious ones, but obviously none one's on there. Obviously, when the DRS comes back into play, it will be a lot easier to make the overtake. But he's right on the back of Rowan's gearbox. Rowan looks like he's going to pit. Yeah, he doesn't. He just put it into the side. Yeah.
He just lost the back end.
Oh, DRS is enabled, and TB is already up into P2. And yeah, so he's behind frame now, and still within that second DRS detection zone. So if he can stay in that, going into the second Lesmo, then you have DRS going into Scary, but that's not really a great overtaking manoeuvre there to be overtaking spot there, to be honest.
It's a pretty ballsy move to pass somebody to Scary.
Yeah. You can see AMS now on the back of Rowan, so Rowan and Frum, I think they're going to be struggling for tyre wear at this stage of the race. DRS is going to help Rowan. We had DRS on TV, but I think AMS and Cam are hunting him down quite rapidly.
Go on board with TB here, see what he does with Fromm in turn 1.
Yeah, AMS right behind Rowan now. Rowan going to the inside again. Rowan does pit as soon as flying Fromm, so yeah. TB inherits the lead. Got 2-second gap now. Oh my god.
3 wide.
Yeah.
And Cam up into second. Hell of a move from Cam.
Yeah, he's not going to make it stick though. Three Gloves is going to get on the exit, and Cam is going to slip down to third place. Can AMS pick him off? Also saying that Cam's coming back at him. Really, he has got the inside, but he's not going to have the inside for turn 1 though. Or later on the brakes. Can he make it stick? He does. That's great. Overtake there for Cam. Very impressive there from New Zealand Cam. New Zealand Cam, did I call him back? I've just gone from Cam.
I must say, I'm impressed, because a couple weeks ago, all 3 of those cars would have been upside down.
Yeah. So great racing there by all 3 of them.
Josh on his way past Nano Bacon as they go toward Ascari, and Josh into 6th. Nano's on those older mediums, so he doesn't have the life that the other guys have on theirs.
Yeah, so Nano Bacon was the only guy who didn't pit in the whole that whole period. Competitive earlier during the race because of the wing damage.
Yep.
So, yeah, not sure what not sure what Nano's making strategy is here, really. I don't know if it's going to work out for him, but he's on the back of Josh now and probably get. Oh, well, Josh breaks a hell of a lot late. It was, only just made it, to be honest.
And while that was going on, Three Gloves is up in the second as he's gotten by Cam. Turn one.
Yeah, we missed that. Yeah, so Edward to second place now. And the battle in between these three guys allows other people to join the battle. There's a bit of a gap between fifth and sixth, so it is. Well, it's not a five-car battle because TB's just run off right now with a physical gap, but second, third, fourth, and fifth place now we're battling. Battling away here. Oh, AMS had a moment there, that was scary, but he's kept it on the track.
That's the experience.
Yeah.
A lesser man would have ended up in the wall. Now will Cam and Three Gloves swap again as they keep swapping in turn one every lap.
Yeah, that Cam looks a bit far back, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Suarez looking outside of AMS. Oh, a bit of wall banging. Can he even take it? No, AMS had the racing line. Had a better exit out of turn one. But AMS maintaining that lead. And Rowan does the fast lap of the race, but he's in P14, so it's not going to make any difference to him in a minute.
Let's see who else we got here. A lot of close battles throughout the whole track. Tell me for Langfell. Another driver who does not like this track.
Yeah, it seems we've hardly started this race, but we're already on lap 14, so this is the halfway point of the race now. So I think most of these guys, maybe apart from Nana Bacon, are going to go to the end of the race. Nana Bacon, the guy who hasn't pitted. Unless there's another safety car, but we'll see what happens. Three Gloves just a bit into TV's lead there, but only a few attempts. So we see how that plans out.
Okay, so I'm on board with Oogie, looking up at Nano and Cam K. And Cam K is just like going side to side on the straightaways. Just pick one side, dude. You only get one move. Oogie's looking like he's gonna get two guys here. Oh no, three wide turn one. Oh, and Oogie gets
Oh,
pushed off. I would have just kept driving straight on Oogie. It's like they pushed you off.
yeah, he's lost two positions now as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what to call that one really. I mean, yeah, it's three wide and the certain one's never going to go. He did get pushed off a little bit, but yeah, I'm not sure what I'll call that one. Maybe that's one for the stewards to decide if it goes that far, but that definitely didn't work out for Ugi there.
Good old stewards.
Suarez looks struggling a little bit. He's fallen off the back of AMS, still in that second DOS detection point, which is important. But yeah, it looks like he's hasn't got the pace of the front four at the minute. It looks like we had a position change between Cam and Three Gloves.
Yeah.
The Cam back in, but maybe Three Gloves and let him pass to get the DOS. I don't know.
Oh, Cam got it still. Or,
Cam got it still, yeah.
but he didn't open it up.
AMS got a great run here now, and
No room to go.
didn't go for it.
They've cut a little bit into TB's lead. Maybe Three Gloves and Cam are working together.
Yeah, it came down to 2.3 at one point, but it's gone back up to 2.7 now.
I know Cam just picked up a penalty on that last lap too, so TB does have a little buffer. Unless TB has one. I'm not sure.
So as well as a battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth, we've got a battle between eighth, ninth, and tenth as well. That's quite close. He lost out big time a couple of laps ago, or a lap ago. Hoping to rectify that. The two guys in front of him are on a harder tyre, so he's on the quicker tyre, so should get past him fairly easily, you think. But he needs to do make more of his opportunities, I think. As I said, there's none of Bacon's pitted now. I just noticed that, so that's good for him. He's going to be on soft for the next 10 laps, but he's got a lot to make up now to get back into the points. Dookie, a bit far back here to go for another overtake. Oh, God, I think he was going to make that. I've got a slow Renault there, I believe. It is a Zexa. Yeah, he's very slow out of turn one there.
Actually, he just made that pass in turn 1 to get into 7th. But he
Yeah,
slid on the curb a little bit, so he had to hesitate.
yeah, he looked quite slow on the exit, but yeah, it was good for him. He's gone on the gravel a little bit, but he into P7 now, 2.5 seconds off Josh and P6, who's in no man's land at the minute. He's in between Suarez and Zexa. He's got a 6.5 second deficit, Suarez, but has got a comfortable lead behind him. So yeah, that's good for him in a minute. Hopefully, we'll just take advantage of anybody having any accidents up front. But yeah, that gap between TB and Cam is staying around about the 2.5 second, 3 second mark. But 3 gloves on the outside now, and he's gone to second place. He'll be late on the brakes.
It looks like Cam was just content with getting a slipstream into the corner.
Yeah.
And it looked like Arbiz had another off out in sector 1. But he's regained control.
Suarez has caught back up
Oh,
to
3 gloves!
Oh, 3 gloves. Oh dear. Didn't quite see what happened. He must have gone a little bit wide on the exit and gone into the gravel, losing 3 positions there. So not good for him. And he's 1.5 seconds off Suarez now. So he needs to catch back up. Still got a nice comfortable cushion behind him.
AMS in the second.
Oh well, I missed that.
It got Cam on the entrance to Scar. Can AMS track TB down now?
But a gap's built up a little bit over 3 seconds now, so Cam's going to go inside of AMS and gets moved on.
Now AMS has a run.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you make a pass inside Parabolica, he did it before to the detection point, the detection point, so AMS got it back again. So yeah, quite an easy overtaking there from AMS.
And staying out to pit for Froome has not been the right decision, as he's only 11th right now.
Yeah, 7 seconds off the lead. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking there. Rowan is in P12 as well, so I don't understand the logic really. But like I said, maybe they're trying to gamble on another safety car, but you can't always guarantee that on this game. K-Masters just seem to throw safety cars out there willy nilly. So yeah, it's not, yeah. I would have pitted really, but there you go. That's just my opinion. Looks like it might be right at a minute, but see. Oh, and that's a TNR Thomas. Luckily, on this F1 game, you can't do a Simon Pagino and take out the leader during the race. So lucky the guy's ghost in this game.
Well, he's not even here anyway. He's the one that left when he
played. Oh, he has left. Yeah. Mm.
That's funny. He gets lapped and immediately pits. Good AI.
So AMS is he's not broken free. I won't say he's broken free, but he's 6 tenths in front of Cam now, and he's eating into that lead of TB now. So whether these guys behind have kept their tyres a little bit better than the leader, I don't know. But it was about 2.5, 3 seconds at one point in the lead. There's a yellow flag. I'm not sure if that's for.
That's
I can't
Arbis
see
again.
anything. Yeah, but that gap down to less than 2 seconds now. So I'll have to see how that pans out. Lap 20, so 8 laps to go.
Yep. 7 now as they cross the line. Sector 3.
Yeah.
It is Josh and Cam.
Oh, I missed that. What's happened to Josh? Was in P6 at one point, and that what's happened to him?
I don't know. When I switched to him, he was running to the back of Cam.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on there. AMS has got faster competitive for corner cutting. Oh, a bit of jiggery pokery there between McLaren and Ferrari. What's Josh going to do here? Sure, he's not going to go for overtaking. No. Oh, he's had a massive contact from the Mercedes behind him there.
Oogie.
Yeah. So Josh has also had some incident. He was in P6 quite comfortably, as it happens, but now languishing in P9. I can't quite see any ring damage. The camera angle isn't the best, if I'm going to be honest, but that's unfortunate for him. And that gap now at the front is 1.2 seconds, and AMS has broken in the DRS point detection as well. So it's just now a two-car battle for third and fourth, third, fourth, and fifth now. 3 laps has closed in on them. So yeah, a 3-car battle for third place, but a lot can happen in the rest of this race.
There's also a possibility AMS will get that 5 seconds removed because that was turn 1, and they give stupid penalties out if you touch the curb in turn 1. So
Yeah, I'm fully aware of that. I've experienced that myself.
Spa is the worst. They give you 10 for it.
Yeah.
TB through the gravel in turn 2.
Well, that's not going to help his cause.
AMS didn't have the best of exits, but he did gain 2/10 still.
Yeah, and AMS is a bad sector 1 there. He's lost a lot of ground as well as yellow flag again in sector 1.
It's Josh.
Oh,
Severe collision with Oogie.
yeah, well, it looks like his race is over now. And Nana Bacon is going to come up behind them.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
bad luck for him. I didn't quite see what happened, but there you go. Oogie into P9 now. 5 frames still outside the points. He's dropped back behind Rome now. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, but they're 3 seconds. Rome's in the point. He's got a point, but they're 3 seconds off Oogie now.
Yeah, Josh is gonna probably just pull in the pits and retire, I think.
Oh yeah, looks like it. Yeah.
And yeah, Pythons. It's not the greatest turnout, but you know, if you were actually here, there'd be 17 instead of 16.
Didn't turn up for the championship finale in the league that we're in, the GT Sport League that we're in, Matt. So yeah, missed out there as well.
Now he mentioned early in the week that he hates Monza and he refused to drive it. So.
AMS has had a bad couple of laps, I think, or a bad lap because he was 1.2 seconds behind TB. He's now nearly up to 2 seconds now, so I'm not sure what happens to him. And he's into clutches now of Suarez, Cam, and gloves again. So that's got bang going back down to a 3-car battle now. Sorry, a 4-car battle for second place. As Dexter picks up a penalty in P6. Shouldn't, well, it will affect him. But yeah, I see what other penalties people have got.
Yeah. One might get crazy here.
Yeah. One thing I will say now, I don't think we're going to see another safety car for the rest of this race.
Nope.
Given what lap we're on.
VSC, if anything. Oh my god, 3 gloves. Oh Jesus. He totally did not make that turn.
No. Lost a lot of ground now as well.
Look on the track map, that wad of cars going through turn 1.
Yeah.
Suarez puts 2 tires in the gravel, but he's still going forward, so that's good. And Josh crashes at his car. VSC, yeah. Anytime with less than 4 laps to go, it's always a VSC, you know?
Yeah, well, that's always going to slow things up. I mean, there's time to be made on the juniors VSCs, or times to be lost. Depends how good you are, at them.
Yeah. And it took 24 laps, but that's the first retirement of the race, other than the one person that left. And back to green. Can't wait to see the F4 chat and Discord in a few minutes when Josh goes on a tirade. Got a 3-car battle for 8th. Cam's on the outside of Oogie.
Yeah, I got the tail end of that. So Oogie's back into 8th place, and Roan. Well, Roan's got a made up place as well. So Roan's got 2 cars there.
Yep. Oh!
Made up 2 positions.
And Cam runs into the back of Oogie there. And Frome gets by Oogie.
So Frome back into points. Frome and Rome into the points now. But yeah, I still still don't really agree with their strategy. But there you go. I think Roan's a bit too far behind Langenfeld to make up any more positions.
I would agree with that.
Oh, Cam's had a bit of a moment there. He's dropped quite far behind Suarez now. I didn't see that. So it's only a 2-car battle now for P2 in the penultimate lap of this race.
Yeah, Cam's got too many penalties anyway to... Yeah. He's gonna free fall. I think he has at least 3 penalties. Oh, he's in the grass. Now 3 Glove's gonna have a run on him going into... I don't know what the name of the chicane is, but...
The Curva Grande, or not the chicane, I don't know. But Figueroa's made up positions, and he's come out of a bad exit there. So he's bound down to 5th place now, but it's got a hefty gap behind him. But he might try and capitalise on the mistake that 3 Gloves has made several times during this Grand Prix. That gap at the front's come back down a little bit, down to 1.6 seconds, but with a lap and a half to go, or less than a lap and a half, I don't think that's gonna. I think TB is gonna win this race on track at least.
Yeah, I don't remember if he has a penalty or not, because if AMS gets that 5 seconds removed and TB has a penalty, AMS will win.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really take a notice of penalties, if I'm going to be honest. I'd like to see what happens at the end, but
yeah, exactly.
It's just the final lap.
Suarez has got to run, but not enough time to get there.
Frome and Roan. Frame looking to be outside. I don't know if he's going to make it stick. Oh, very deep. Oh, he has made it stick. That's very ambitious. And he's put Rome almost with the grass at contact, but Rome comes up at it. I thought, luckily, both of them may kept it on track. So Rome it up back into P8 now.
So
Rome looking to be outside, but no, he's not going to get that done.
that'll be 3 points for Frome currently. Is
So my pick for him to win this race is totally out the window.
well, we'll go on board with we'll stay on board with AMS right now because he's got Suarez down his neck. But TB is coming toward Parabolica. And Cam is
Oh,
out.
Cam's gone out.
What a move from Suarez. But it's not going to stick. TB will come across the lane and win on track. We'll see what happens. TB gets AMS. Oh, Suarez wins the race. TB in second, AMS in third, but he will get 5 seconds removed, most likely, and that will give AMS the win. 3 Gloves in fourth. Sandre, out of nowhere, gets fifth. He was last the whole race. Langfeld in sixth. Frome in seventh. Ugi in eighth. Ronan in ninth, and Cam rounding out the top 10. What a crazy finish there. Yeah, we know AMS. You got that turn 1 curb 5-second dumbass penalty. So you should win this race if it gets removed.
I don't think it should be removed. I think if it gets removed, you're going to be biased towards the director of the league.
It's been getting removed all season for everybody that gets them. unless it's done under the safety card, then it doesn't get removed because that's your own stupidity for going off the track at 60 miles an hour. But yeah, so we'll take a final look here. There will be no interviews as usual with me going to work early, but next week there will be interviews for the championship. So as it stands now, before penalty removals and penalty tack-ons, we have Suarez with his first win in quite a while. TB in second, AMS rounding out the podium in third. Although we should get the AMS interview sometime. 3 Gloves in fourth.
He hasn't.
Yeah, I know.
He hasn't got a mic.
That's the joke.
Oh, okay.
Sandre in fifth, Langfeld in sixth, Frome in seventh, Ugi in eighth, Ronan in ninth, and Cam rounds out the top 10. Other finishers would be Jack, Nano Bacon, and Ross. And Ross, I guess, he's lapped down, so he never made it past Cam when Cam DNF'd. So, that'll be it for PSGL F4 tonight. Thank you for joining me tonight, JP.
No problem.
If you're free again next week for the championship finale, you're always welcome.
Oh, I'm sure I will be.
All right, sounds good. We'll book that. But anyway, thank you for the drivers for putting on a nice race. And we should have an exciting championship battle coming down next week. I believe the lead will be 2 points going into the final race. So, well, that's before all the penalty removals and all that. But anyway, don't forget to check out F2 at 7 p.m. tomorrow with Big C and Aaron on comms. And the main event of F1 at 8 p.m. as they round out the week at Monza. And next week, F4 will be live from Brazil at 8 p.m. See you all then. Take care and stay safe.